Hey YouTube, happy Monthiversary. This is our 2-month anniversary together. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I really appreciate you. So, in honor of the Monthiversary tradition that we set last month, I'm going to give you some updates on myself and the channel, and I'm going to save the garden for last. So if you want to hear what's going on with the gardens, hang in there. It's going to be at the end, alrighty? So, me. If you remember in the last Monthiversary update, I was starting to get sick, just the air quality and allergies, and that lasted a couple of weeks. And then we had the impending first frost, which ended up not frosting, but I did all the work and I wore myself out. So I'm just starting to recover from that. I am seriously guarding my spoons right now. I have texts sitting in my phone from this morning that I'm not even looking at until I get my work done for the day. I am just fending off all social energy. I'm interacting with the cats and the chickens before work, and that's it. Because managing spoons is a full-time job sometimes. So that's that. Pretty simple stuff there. That does lead to something that's going to come as a channel update in just a minute. So, you know. As for the channel, my current goal is still 100 subscribers. So last Monthiversary, we were at 43 when I shot the video, and right before I hit record today, we were at 65. So that's really good. A bee just almost landed on the lens, and that would have been hilarious for you guys. I'm really sorry it didn't happen. I do apologize on behalf of the bee who did not land on you. Anyhow, current goal, 100 subscribers, and I do have a budget set aside for myself to buy a microphone as a gift to y'all, really, when I hit 100 subscribers, because I know I get a lot of wind, I get a lot of background noises, dogs in the way so far distance, I don't even realize they're barking until I review the video later. I know y'all get a lot of road noise, so getting a new mic is definitely on my agenda. I am going to put a link down in the description so that if you want to help out with that, you can make a note that says supplement budget, and then I'll put your gift in place of my budget, or you can say add to the budget, in which case I'll increase my microphone budget and get something better. All right. Also with the channel, I have a goal of having 50 full effort videos, and I think I'm sitting around like 25. And full effort being not like the shorts. I put out a lot of shorts and those are really fun and I enjoy them. But I want lots of informational videos for you guys up here. I want like 50 so that if you have some questions, you can sort through and answer more than one question while you're at my channel. I think that would be really great. And I want to be a useful resource for you guys, for people in climates that maybe, you know, we're between frosts. We had a frost the other night, or a possible frost. It didn't the other night, and we have one coming up in a couple of days, and here I sit in short sleeves, and yesterday I was working in a tank top. So if you have one of these climates going on right now, then, you know, I hope to help you with this stuff, because like tending tomatoes in between potential frosts and other delicate plants, it's just wild. I want to help you. All right. I want to do what I can to help you out, I promise. So that's kind of the channel goals for the moment. Going forward, and this is part of that health update thing, and it's also a seasonal thing. So I've been doing garden tours every other week, and I announced on the kitchen garden tour the other day that that's going to drop down to one a month for December and probably January. That's for me, but it's also just because the garden slows down so much, there's just not that much new going on to shoot. The other thing that I'm gonna do, and it's related to having the work to do, but I'm gonna drop down to 2 videos a week starting in December. It's probably just gonna be December and January. And then once I get the like the spring seedlings started in late January, it's going to pick right back up. So there's going to be a slight slowdown. I need to gather my energy for the upcoming, like, once spring planting starts, it's full bore through like June. So I need to conserve some energy. That's what winter's for. It's for shutting down and conserving, and watch what the earth does. It tells us the same thing: slow down and conserve. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna miss y'all that third time a week, but I'll be here, I promise. All right, now the good stuff, the gardens. So I still have not done the oak guild, and that's okay. It's a long-term project. The oak tree is already established. I do need to give it supplemental stuff, but I am changing out this corner once the freeze kills the tomatoes. We don't want to talk to the tomatoes about that. But once that does happen, I'll be moving this whole corner uphill and making this a different kind of garden. So the oak tree is directly adjacent, so it's going to just probably piggyback on that project instead of being its own project at this point. I am still working at the cursed ground that doesn't want to grow anything over there. I know I keep telling y'all I'm going to get back to that project for y'all, and I promise I am. I have it slated for this week, but fortunately it's one of those projects that's not needed immediately, so I can kind of stall on it a little. Sorry. I'm trying, y'all, I promise. But I am going to get back to that one and get it finished and show y'all start to finish how to set up a new garden bed. So that project is still going. Like I said, this garden has to be reset. I'm going to be dumping my next load of finished compost at the Fuji Guild and getting some more interplanting going on around that tree. So that's exciting. That was our first tree guild that went in, and it went in really bare bones, and we didn't have a lot of garden soil on hand when we put that in, and we didn't have any homemade compost yet when we put that one in, so it's got about this much soil in it. It's really kind of sad. So we're gonna get the compost onto that one and excuse me, and start planting a lot more diversity into that garden. It has some, but it really needs to be kind of filled out. So that's going to be a project. And then the whatever garden I've told y'all about, I installed that one and just kind of like threw seeds at the ground and stuffed plants in the ground, and I didn't do anything soil wise. It's had some straw mulch. It hasn't had any compost. It hasn't had any soil except in the planting holes. It hasn't had much yet. It was just, I'm getting roots in the ground, trying to break up some of that soil. And that is an early way that you can start a garden. The very first thing that happened up there was that I cover cropped last winter. And that got roots into the ground, that got nitrogen starting to fix, to give energy to other plants to grow their leaves, to get photosynthesis happening, to get other nutrients accumulated. So that garden is going to get buffed up, and I'm not exactly sure what it's going to be in the spring. Probably a lot more sunflowers. We are going to put a mulberry up there. I'm sorry, not a mulberry, an elderberry up there. I failed to get the trees ordered. I noticed that Stark Brothers was having a sale, and I picked out 2 elderberries and 2 figs. And I went and talked to my house friends about them, and I was like, I picked out elderberries and fig trees. Does that sound good to y'all? And they said, yes. And I said, awesome. I'll hit you up tomorrow when I'm ready to order them. And then I ran out of spoons. And that was 2 weeks ago. So, garden failure. I did it. It was me. I failed. Moving forward. The sale is probably over now. But, yeah, those trees still need to go in. So I basically, after a month of being sick and playing Get Ahead of the Frost, I have a lot of catch-up work to do. So I have been taking what I'm calling lonely gardening time, when I come out here with no camera and no people, and I stick music in my ears and I just garden alone with the butterflies and the bees and the grasshoppers. There's so many grasshoppers. Still, Still, there's so many grasshoppers. I think they would survive a nuclear holocaust, honestly. But, you know, who knows? They'll hang out with the cockroaches. Okay, so at 65 subscribers, need 100. At my spoon limit, need rest. And the gardens are still kicking quite a bit. Oh, look. I realize you have no idea what this is, probably. The wild garlic. The wild garlic's coming back. It smells so good. It does the spring and the fall thing, and no matter how many times I sheet mulch and wood chip over this one area, they just pop right through. There's a whole bunch of them at my feet. So that's exciting too. But once again, happy Monthiversary, YouTube. It has been a great 2 months with you. I am looking forward to many, many more. Thank you to my 65 subscribers. Thank you to whomever hit subscribe after watching this video. I know you're going to. At least one of you, right? Is it you? It's you, isn't it? That's why I love you. All right. I'm gonna go. I have some lonely gardening to get done. Oh, happy Monthiversary! Later, y'all. And boop.